Welcome to Green Garden Community TV. Hi there, and welcome to Green Garden Community TV, your go-to space for smart, stylish outdoor inspiration. Whether you have a tiny yard or just love minimalist design, you're in the right place. Let's explore how to turn small backyards into stunning garden retreats, one idea at a time. In a world constantly buzzing with noise, stress, and clutter, there's a growing desire to bring tranquility back into our homes, especially outdoors. If your backyard is small, don't see it as a limitation. Instead, view it as a blank canvas where serenity and elegance can meet. Enter the Minimalist Zen Garden, a timeless design rooted in Japanese tradition that transforms even the tiniest outdoor space into a peaceful haven. Imagine stepping into your backyard and instantly feeling calm. No lawn to mow. No busy flower beds. Just smooth gravel meticulously raked into meditative patterns, a few strategically placed stones, and one perfectly pruned bonsai tree standing like a sculpture. Minimalist Zen gardens celebrate emptiness not as a void, but as breathing space. The fewer the distractions, the more your mind can rest. With a small yard, every inch counts, and Zen simplicity makes that space feel infinite. The use of symmetry, repetition, and low-maintenance elements brings visual order and harmony to your home environment. It's not about how much you add, but about how little you need. A minimalist Zen garden can transport you. It's not about impressing others with extravagant decor, it's about calming your soul. Whether you live in the heart of a busy city or a suburban home with a compact yard, this garden style invites peace and clarity into your life. In 2025, this return to simplicity isn't just a trend, it's a lifestyle choice. The minimalist Zen backyard is built on ancient principles that emphasize simplicity, nature, and balance. It typically features gravel or sand as a ground layer, carefully raked into linear or swirling patterns to represent flowing water. These patterns can be rearranged regularly as a mindful, almost meditative ritual. Large flat stepping stones provide a walking path or visual anchor, leading the eye with intention across the space. Instead of dense greenery or brightly colored flowers, Zen gardens use restraint. One or two sculptural elements such as a bonsai, a lantern, or a piece of driftwood create focal points. These are chosen not just for beauty but for symbolic meaning. A single tree, often a Japanese maple or pine, can represent longevity or stillness. Walls and fencing in Zen gardens are typically simple. Bamboo screens, wood slats, or neutral stone create a calming boundary while providing privacy. The layout follows asymmetrical balance, achieving harmony not through perfection, but through placement that feels natural and intuitive. Minimalist Zen gardens often incorporate natural soundscapes, a bubbling water basin or a trickling bamboo fountain that adds soft, soothing sounds. Lighting is optional and usually soft hidden path lights or lanterns that add a warm glow in the evening. This approach to outdoor design eliminates clutter, invites reflection, and encourages slow, mindful experiences. It's ideal for small spaces because it doesn't demand variety, it celebrates simplicity. The design principles used such as clean lines, natural materials, and open space make even a 6 by 6 foot patio feel like a retreat. You don't need acres to achieve peace. With intention, structure, and respect for stillness, your small backyard can become your sanctuary, one that speaks quietly but profoundly. benefits of a minimalist Zen garden go far beyond aesthetics. They touch every aspect of your well-being. In a small backyard, the choice to go minimalist is not just practical, it's powerful. By eliminating unnecessary elements, you create mental space. By focusing on textures, natural materials, and openness, your environment promotes peace. The visual clarity of Zen simplicity helps reduce stress. Instead of chaotic layers of plants or oversized decor, you get a soothing rhythm. Lines of gravel, a few placed stones, and perhaps one tree. This restraint is calming to the eye and, as it turns out, to the nervous system. Studies have shown that environments with visual simplicity can reduce cortisol levels and enhance mood. Maintenance becomes effortless. You don't need to mow a lawn or trim dozens of plants. You simply rake gravel now and then, perhaps prune a bonsai or refresh a water feature. It's an intentional form of upkeep, more like therapy than labor. For people with busy lives, that's invaluable. The design is also budget-friendly. Instead of pouring money into furniture or flashy landscaping, you invest in a few high-impact elements. One sculptural tree, a few paving stones, a bamboo screen. That's it, and the result looks timeless and high-end. Perhaps most important of all, a Zen garden creates a space where you can breathe, reflect, and just be. In a world obsessed with more, this garden style offers less but gives more in return. Your tiny backyard doesn't have to be busy to be beautiful. In fact, the less you include, the more meaningful it becomes. Whether you use it for meditation, morning tea, or simply staring into space after a long day, a minimalist Zen garden delivers an experience far greater than its square footage. In a world of color chaos and visual overload, monochrome design offers a breath of fresh air, especially in a small backyard. Forget bright florals, mismatched materials, and cluttered patios. The new wave of outdoor minimalism is all about black, white, and subtle grays, elevating simplicity into sophistication. Imagine stepping into your compact courtyard and seeing crisp white walls reflecting the afternoon light. Beneath your feet, black pebbles and sleek stepping stones lead you through an intentional path. Boxwood spheres in geometric planters stand like green sculptures against a neutral canvas. Nothing feels busy. Nothing screams for attention. And that's exactly the point. The beauty of a monochrome minimalist courtyard is that it doesn't just use space, it defines it. The sharp contrast between light and dark gives depth and structure to a tiny yard, making it feel bigger, bolder, and more deliberate. This style isn't about softening your outdoor space, it's about sharpening it. With the right textures, matte stones, polished concrete, metal planters, you can add richness without relying on color. Each material speaks for itself. Each plant feels curated, not crammed. And with no unnecessary decor, your outdoor space feels purposeful, powerful, and striking. In 2025, more homeowners are leaning into minimalism with a monochrome twist, especially those with smaller yards. Because this aesthetic gives you clarity and confidence in every square foot. Your backyard becomes a modern sanctuary, sleek, stylish, and low-fuss. If you're looking to turn a tiny courtyard into a bold, Instagram-worthy oasis, monochrome minimalism is your new design secret. You don't need a big yard to make a bold statement. You just need the right shades and the courage to keep it clean. The Monochrome Minimalist Courtyard Garden is a masterclass in control, contrast, and composition. It thrives on a limited color palette, primarily black, white, gray, and green, while using shape and structure to define the space. Perfect for small urban yards, this design approach creates a sense of order and sophistication without the noise. Start with the walls. White or light gray concrete, painted brick, or smooth stucco serves as a bright backdrop that reflects natural light and makes your space feel open. Against this, black or charcoal pebbles cover the ground like a soft base layer, setting the stage for modern pathstones in a linear or grid formation. Plants are not an afterthought, they're sculptural features. Think manicured boxwoods, olive trees, or snake plants arranged in symmetrical planters. Use geometric shapes to reinforce clean lines. Square beds, round pots, rectangular benches. Every object has a clear place and purpose. Furnishings, if any, should be minimal, perhaps a matte black bench or a sleek white chair. Avoid ornate metalwork or wood with too much grain. Instead, go for smooth finishes, powder-coated steel, or lightweight concrete furniture that doesn't dominate the space. Lighting can include hidden strip lights under benches or cube lanterns placed precisely along a path. These elements highlight shapes and cast moody shadows at night, enhancing the space's sculptural effect. The true essence of this style lies in discipline. No clutter, no color distractions. Just a crisp architectural vibe that turns your small yard into a modernist art piece. With the right design choices, monochrome minimalism offers luxury without excess and clarity without coldness. It's not just a garden, it's a curated experience. One that's as bold as it is balanced. There's a reason the monochrome minimalist garden is a rising favorite in small space design. It brings maximum visual impact with minimum fuss. In a tight backyard, clarity is crucial. By eliminating the chaos of mixed colors and competing textures, this style makes your space feel intentional, elevated, and relaxing. One of the biggest advantages is visual expansion. Light-colored walls reflect more sunlight, instantly making the space feel larger. The black ground cover, such as gravel, slate, or dark pebbles, anchors the yard and contrasts beautifully with white, concrete, or metal features. This layered depth tricks the eye and gives structure to even the smallest lot. Maintenance is another major win. With fewer plants and no sprawling flower beds, upkeep becomes a breeze. Trimmed boxwoods or drought-tolerant succulents require very little care. You won't be battling weeds or watering constantly. The materials used, stone, steel, and concrete, are weather-resistant and long-lasting. Monochrome also offers timeless appeal. Unlike trendy garden styles that fade, black and white never goes out of fashion. It works with both modern homes and older architecture, instantly updating the look without feeling out of place. The emotional impact is just as valuable. A monochrome space feels calm and clear. It eliminates the overstimulation that often comes with bright, crowded gardens. Instead of chaos, you get focus. Instead of distraction, you get flow. Your backyard becomes a place where you can sit, breathe, and just exist without the visual noise. For homeowners who want to blend style with simplicity, monochrome minimalism is the smart solution. It proves that even the smallest yard can feel luxurious, architectural, and refined. You're not just creating a garden, you're designing a peaceful, powerful statement. When you hear the word oasis, you probably imagine something lush and sprawling, but what if you could create that same sense of serenity in a tiny backyard using nothing but texture, tone, and intention? In 2025, neutral tones are redefining what luxury looks like outdoors. Beige gravel, soft taupes, off-white walls, and pale wood create a calming backdrop that soothes the mind and invites relaxation. This isn't a cold, boring beige, it's a curated palette of warm neutrals that work together to form a cohesive visual experience. Picture a small backyard that feels like a spa, creamy ceramic pots lining the edge of a patio, natural olive trees swaying lightly, and a water feature bubbling softly against a sand-colored stone wall. No clutter, no flash, just quiet elegance. The neutral-toned minimalist garden is perfect for small spaces because it doesn't demand attention, it whispers luxury. These hues reflect natural light beautifully, making your yard feel bigger, brighter, and more open. Whether you're designing a 6-foot wide courtyard or a slim side yard, this approach lets the textures and shapes do the talking. In an era where maximalism often leaves us feeling overstimulated, neutral minimalism is the antidote. It offers emotional clarity, physical ease, and a fresh take on what it means to live beautifully. Your outdoor space becomes more than just a place to sit, it becomes a retreat. So if your backyard is small and you're wondering how to elevate it without filling it up, this is your answer. Warm neutrals don't just look sophisticated, they create a feeling of calm, clarity, and refined comfort that's hard to beat. The magic of the neutral-tone minimalist garden lies in its subtle sophistication. Unlike bright, busy gardens, this style uses soft, earthy colors: beige, cream, taupe, stone gray to create a space that feels spacious, modern, and inviting. Every element is chosen for texture, balance, and visual warmth. The foundation begins with materials like beige pea gravel, pale ceramic tiles, or sand-tone pavers. These light tones immediately brighten up the space, reflecting daylight and making the yard appear larger. Ground surfaces are intentionally clean, with simple rectangular zones defined by either gravel, stone, or low decking in bleached wood. Plants play a supporting role but never overpower the scene. Opt for natural Mediterranean-inspired greenery like olive trees, rosemary, or soft grasses. These plants have a subdued color palette that blends harmoniously with neutral tones while offering texture and movement. Planters are where much of the visual rhythm comes into play. Use oversized cream or sandstone-colored ceramic pots, positioned symmetrically or in groups of 3. Keep shapes simple: round, oval, or square with matte finishes for a natural look. Water features can add a luxurious feel: a small stone fountain, basin, or modern wall spout adds gentle sound and movement without cluttering the visual flow. Seating can include a pale concrete bench, a teakwood chair, or even a built-in ledge. The goal is to blend structure with softness. Lighting should stay subtle: downward-facing lights, warm LEDs under planters, or soft uplights on the feature tree. Everything in this garden is meant to soothe the senses, not stimulate them. This aesthetic is all about restraint. You're not just decorating, you're designing a mood. And in a small backyard, that mood of quiet sophistication can make the entire space feel like a private, 5-star sanctuary. one of the most powerful advantages of a neutral-tone minimalist garden is how it creates a calm, upscale environment without overwhelming a small space. Neutral colors beige, cream, warm gray don't fight for attention. Instead, they blend seamlessly, opening up the area visually and emotionally. This design style is ideal for tiny yards because it avoids hard visual boundaries. Soft-colored gravel and pavers flow naturally into light walls and pale planters, which makes the space feel more expansive. There are no jarring transitions or harsh contrasts, everything connects and complements. And while this garden might look high-end, it's surprisingly low maintenance. Neutral tones hide dust, weathering, and foot traffic better than bright or dark colors. Plants like olive trees and ornamental grasses are drought-tolerant and require minimal care. Gravel and stone surfaces eliminate the need for mowing or edging. You spend less time working on the yard and more time enjoying it. The emotional benefit is just as important. Neutral palettes promote relaxation and mental clarity. They allow your brain to rest, something we don't often realize we need until we step into a calming space. After a busy workday or stressful week, this kind of garden becomes a reset button. It also transitions beautifully from day to night. During daylight, soft tones reflect natural light. At night, warm lights glow against stone and ceramic, creating a gentle ambience. Whether you're sipping coffee in the morning or wine in the evening, this garden makes it feel like a moment worth savoring. In short, a neutral-tone minimalist oasis helps you get more from less. It's refined, practical, and incredibly livable. Even if your backyard is the size of a walk-in closet, this style makes it feel like a peaceful escape. In small backyards, space is sacred and every design choice has to earn its place. That's why the minimalist garden with a green wall and gravel path is becoming one of 2025's most elegant solutions for compact outdoor living. This style doesn't fight your limited footprint, it works with it, vertically and intentionally. Imagine walking into a slim backyard framed by a lush, living wall. Bright green foliage cascades down a vertical trellis or mounted planter system. In front of it, a clean gravel path leads through the space, edged by minimal plantings and smooth concrete borders. The effect is dramatic and calming, all at once. This design isn't about quantity, it's about clarity. The green wall acts like a natural mural, adding life and texture without crowding the space. And the gravel path? It's more than a walkway, it's a visual anchor that guides movement, defines the layout, and adds rhythm. In a world of overgrown beds and chaotic patio arrangements, this approach offers control and calm. It's functional, it's beautiful, and it doesn't try to do too much. That's the minimalist way. Whether your yard is a narrow alley, a postage stamp patio, or a cramped city courtyard, the combination of vertical greenery and a clean gravel walkway transforms it. It stretches the space visually and creates an outdoor escape that feels like it belongs in a design magazine. Minimalist landscaping doesn't mean less personality. With the right design language, order, contrast, and greenery, it brings out the best in even the smallest yards. And nothing says modern sophistication quite like structured simplicity with a natural touch. The minimalist garden with a green wall and gravel path uses vertical design and restrained materials to make a small space feel intentional and serene. It starts with the most eye-catching feature, the green wall. This can take the form of modular planters, wire trellises, or slatted panels covered in climbing or cascading plants. Popular choices include ferns, ivy, philodendron, and flowering vines like jasmine or bougainvillea. This living wall becomes the central visual element, acting like art in a gallery. Unlike ground-level plant beds, it doesn't consume space, it gives it back. Paired with pale gravel underfoot, the whole yard opens up. Gravel is easy to maintain, permeable, and soft underfoot, making it perfect for warm climates or areas with drainage concerns. Along the edges of the path, use low-growing plants like mondo grass, dwarf lavender, or feather reedgrass for subtle movement and texture. A few larger potted plants, 1 or 2 at most, can serve as focal points. The pots themselves should be minimalist: white, charcoal, or clay with matte finishes and simple shapes. Boundaries matter here. Bamboo screens, pale stone walls, or wooden slats help define the space while keeping the palette neutral. The goal is privacy without heaviness, soft enclosure, not confinement. Lighting should be simple and indirect. Think solar path lights, warm wall sconces, or low-profile spotlights aimed upward at the green wall. Avoid anything too bright or decorative. Let the greenery and gravel do the talking. This garden concept isn't just about shrinking things down, it's about elevating the experience. Vertical design allows more greenery in less space, while gravel adds softness without clutter. The result is a garden that feels curated, calming, and fully in harmony with modern minimalist living. There are few garden styles better suited for tiny backyards than vertical minimalism, because it turns limitation into opportunity. With a green wall and gravel path, you maximize greenery while minimizing maintenance, and the results are stunning. Let's start with space. In small yards, every square foot matters. Traditional garden beds can eat up room and look overcrowded fast. But vertical gardens use height instead of depth. You get lush greenery without sacrificing floor space, which makes your outdoor area feel more expansive and more layered. The gravel path adds both texture and function. It defines where to walk and where to pause, creating flow without requiring bulky furniture or border edging. Gravel is also a low-maintenance choice. It drains well, suppresses weeds, and doesn't need mowing or watering. Over time, it compacts slightly, creating a clean, natural walkway that's easy on the eyes and feet. Vertical plant systems, whether wall planters or climbing vines, are surprisingly easy to manage. You can install irrigation systems behind them or simply hand water from the top. Many systems are modular, so you can swap out plants seasonally or rearrange them as your style evolves. This setup is also extremely adaptable. Whether your space gets full sun or mostly shade, there are plant options to match. And the overall minimalist design keeps things from feeling chaotic or high maintenance. Best of all, this style delivers a high-end look. A well-executed green wall instantly adds architectural interest and texture. It's Instagram-ready, but also truly peaceful in real life. For homeowners who crave calm, greenery, and structure but don't have a large yard, this is the perfect solution. The minimalist green wall and gravel path design turns even the most compact space into a functional, fashionable, and totally livable garden retreat. There's something undeniably refreshing about Scandinavian design. It's honest, uncomplicated, and effortlessly beautiful. And now, that same clean, cozy style is being brought outdoors right into small backyards. If you've ever wanted a garden that feels like a breath of fresh air, this is it. Imagine a tiny yard that instantly makes you exhale. The fencing is simple white painted wood or soft gray slats. A light wooden deck stretches out just far enough to fit a small table or lounge chair. Along the perimeter, grasses sway gently in the breeze, punctuated by a few sculptural shrubs or potted herbs. There's nothing loud, nothing fussy, just calm. The Scandinavian minimalist garden thrives on the concept of lagom, a Swedish word meaning just the right amount. It's not about excess, and it's never boring. This approach embraces function, comfort, and intentional design choices to create a garden that feels spacious, even when it's small. You don't need a sprawling backyard to enjoy the Nordic lifestyle. You need simplicity, texture, and a soft, natural palette. A few candles, a potted olive tree, a wood bench with clean lines, and maybe a linen throw tossed casually on top. That's all it takes to turn a tiny space into your own hygge-infused outdoor sanctuary. In 2025, Scandinavian outdoor design is trending for good reason. It allows us to slow down, to reconnect with nature, and to enjoy our spaces without clutter or overwhelm. It's the perfect antidote to chaos, and it proves that the smallest backyard can feel open, calm, and effortlessly stylish. A Scandinavian minimalist garden draws from Nordic principles of clean lines, simplicity, and harmony with nature. It's a design style that transforms small spaces into serene retreats by using a neutral palette, functional layout, and natural materials that feel warm and inviting. The layout is simple and open. Begin with a pale wood deck or stone patio, often in bleached oak, ash, or light gray stone. This neutral base creates a bright, spacious feel, especially when paired with soft white or light gray fencing. These vertical boundaries reflect light and provide a clean background for greenery without making the space feel enclosed. Plant selection is deliberate and understated. Think silvery sage, soft ornamental grasses, lavender, or potted evergreens. Raised planters in white ceramic or natural terracotta add height and structure. Keep shapes geometric square, round, or rectangular with a matte or soft finish. 1 or 2 large pots are often enough. Furnishings are low and minimal: a wooden bench, a single woven chair, or a bistro table set. Avoid anything too bulky or colorful. Neutral outdoor cushions or a linen throw add comfort without clutter. Even in the smallest yard, you'll find space to relax with a book, sip morning coffee, or catch golden hour light. Lighting is soft and cozy: string lights, lanterns, or solar path lights with a warm glow. Candles and fire bowls are often used to add ambience without overwhelming the senses. This garden style focuses on balance. It's structured but never rigid, elegant but never cold. Every item serves a purpose, and nothing feels overdone. The result is a small garden that feels open, clean, and emotionally grounded, a space where you can breathe deeply and live simply. Thanks for watching Green Garden Community TV. We hope these minimalist small backyard garden ideas inspired you to see the beauty in simplicity and smart design. Even the tiniest outdoor space can become your own peaceful retreat with the right vision. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video with fellow garden lovers. Your support helps us grow the green garden community and bring you more fresh ideas every week. See you in the next episode.